Thoughts on the importance of journalism?
Extraordinarily important, more important than ever.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to our channel! Celebrities getting involved in politics has always been a polarizing topic to discuss, and that sentiment was recently reflected by Michael Keaton. If you're interested, then stick around as this list describes why Michael Keaton said celebrities talking politics often do more damage. Before we start, I'd like you to hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our videos. Number 5. Upbringing.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
Most of you might know him because of his role in Batman, and I have to admit that it was a good portrayal. But when talking about a celebrity and their political views, it is always important to know the circumstances of their upbringing. In the case of Michael Keaton, he was raised on the outskirts of Pittsburgh. His parents were already taking part in Democratic politics, and this had a vivid influence on his childhood, as evident by the fact that he can recall such details while being nearly 70 years old. Number 4. Campaigning.
Don't you wait for anyone. You are the world. You are the change.
After he had made a name for himself in the Hollywood industry for his famous portrayal of Batman and other roles, he started to involve himself in a bit of politics. This led to his campaigning for Barack Obama. This included him inviting the now former president on stage at an event in Montana. But this wasn't when his involvement in politics stopped. This is because even in the last election, he was mildly active. Since his aims are aligned with the Democratic Party, he even campaigned for Joe Biden during the last election cycle. Since then, he has simmered down a bit. Number 3. With age comes wisdom.
Actually, can I tell you another thing? I'll tell you another great tool. I'm doing construction on my house right now. You know what a Sawzall is?
Now, as you might know, the old saying that with age comes wisdom. Well, this certainly turned out to be true for Michael Keaton. He recently stated in an interview that he tries not to get too involved in politics these days. He stated that the reason why he thought this was because regular and everyday people tend not to look too fondly on the actions of Hollywood actors. He knows this because he too came from a small town, where he experienced firsthand how people really felt about hearing political talking points from the Hollywood elites. This leads to one of his gripes about the situation. He said in the interview that even though people like him have gotten famous, most of them came from small towns themselves, and that most people often forget that fact. He reminded everybody that no matter who anyone is, they still have a right to talk about whichever topic they might like. Since it has become so polarizing for him, he started to back away from the political limelight. Number 2. Still doing the right thing.
Donald Trump can relate to the founder. I have no idea. I'll just say this. Donald Trump was handed a lot of dough. Ray Kroc didn't have any dough.
Even though he has chosen to step away from actively campaigning for certain individuals, it hasn't meant that he has become totally apolitical. This was evident back in August of 2020, when he called on former President Donald Trump to resign from office. He gave out his statement on Instagram and even snarkily added that it would be a very patriotic move on DJT's part. And that wasn't the only time when he had shown his leanings on social media. If you remember the infamous debates between DJT and Biden, I feel sorry for you. But as it turns out, even Michael Keaton was watching. After having watched that debate, he called on Joe Biden not to debate Trump in the future. He didn't hold back on his words and said everything that was in his heart. And who could blame him, right? Number 1. Political action through movies.
An equal payment for everybody. My daughter's worth just as much as anybody in a corner office.
My wife died that day, and everything about this formula offends me. Sorry to hear that.
But we can't bend the rules for every case.
Why not?
Sad as it is to realize, but Michael Keaton is way past his prime. So marching on the streets or going to campaign rallies is no longer an option for him. As such, he has chosen a familiar avenue to take action, and that avenue is making movies. Yes, he has recently chosen to play the role of a real-life attorney who was tasked with the dispensing of funds for the victims of 9/11. This film is being funded by 2 major sources, Netflix and the Obama family. Michael Keaton claims that since the situation of 9/11 is a bipartisan one, it can bring together people from all political leanings. It seems as though, for the foreseeable future, Michael Keaton is on the task of bringing people together through the magic of his movies. These were some of the details surrounding Michael Keaton's recent comments. One quote fits perfectly in his case, and that is, acting is behaving truthfully under imaginary circumstances. That brings us to the end of our video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit like if you did. Well, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Also, watch the 2 videos on your screen, because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in another video. Until then, take care and goodbye!